All right. So now that we've sorted out our recycling, we're off to the Kootenays, where one small business is making big changes with minimal mass. Kristina Kruchkowski takes us inside Nelson's tiny houses. Over to you, Kristina.
Thanks, Casey. Recycling is nothing new in the Kootenay region. There are many ways that the people here reduce, reuse, and recycle every day. But I'm going to take you to meet a fellow that I think is doing something truly innovative in the world of recycling. Let's go meet Seth Reedy and take a look at his tiny house. Hi, Seth. How's it going?
Kristina. Good.
Thanks for having us over today. So Seth, I did have the opportunity to see one of the tiny homes that you had finished, and now I see you're in the process of building another one. Tell me where the idea for your tiny homes first came from.
Well, originally I was going to build one for my wife's parents who live in Ontario. And we have quite a small house, but we have some land. So we thought it would be perfect to have a little in-law suite in our backyard. And that's how it all got started.
Seth has been building homes for 18 years, and while he hasn't always worked on tiny houses, it's what he enjoys most, as it gives him the opportunity to work on all the details of a building from start to finish.
These homes are really tiny. Tell me a little bit about the floor plan.
It all came from this original one that was going to be for my in-laws. The original one that we looked at was the V house, and it has a very open floor plan. They're both about 108 square feet.
Wow.
And with that one, it's called the V house because it's very versatile, and you can basically do whatever you want with it. The plan is easy to reconfigure. This one, the Acorn, on the other hand, is much more set in its design, partly because it has a built-in loft. So basically this has a built-in loft, and underneath that is a little toilet area and a closet, and then the rest is an open vaulted space.
What is your impression of the Nelson tiny houses? What do you think about these little creations?
I absolutely love them. Not only are they just tiny and have a small impact, but our footprint, but they are stunning, beautiful pieces of work. It's like an art piece of a home.
One of my favorite things to do as a builder is to go around and collect material that is unwanted and try to figure out a home for it and where it would be best suited. So I do spend quite a lot of time salvaging material for future tiny houses. The other really nice part about that for me as a builder is the more material I collect, the more the next tiny house is almost built in a way.
I know that there was maybe some recycled street signs or highway signs over here.
Yeah, my neighbor actually worked for Ministry of Transportation or something, and he collected a bunch of signs that were just sitting in his backyard. And it was obvious that he wasn't going to do anything with them. So one day I approached him about using them as roof shingles. And I did. Using recycled material, a lot of it is an experiment.
Seth has certainly been creative with materials for his builds, using things like recycled metal roofing for siding, construction scraps, and even making trim out of an old wooden beer barrel.
When you use old things like that, I think it does give it a certain feeling that otherwise it's hard to get.
Well, I love the design, and you know, the fact that he uses all recycled materials kind of gives it a used, warm, comfortable feeling without, you know, the modern look so much, and it just feels really comfortable and homey.
It's great to use recycled material, and it's great to provide a living space where you don't need a lot of resources to live there. Like, you can almost heat this thing with a couple candles in the winter. And it just seems like it should be an option for people.
This is a great product for this area, and I think he's going to go far with it.
Coming up after the break, we're off to Kamloops and the Okanagan for more of the best ways to recycle.